everybody, welcome back to April's on a Budget. I'm April, and today I am going to be cash stuffing my very first cash stuffing of 2024. Yay! Okay, but before I do that, I've been watching videos all morning, and most of the videos that are going up today are goals videos. I've seen probably about 8 or 10 of them. And funnily enough, they're all very similar to mine. So the first part of this video is going to basically be a repeat of something you've probably already seen today. However, I did want to do this. Now, as far as my 2023 goals go, I'm just working off the top of my head what it was I wanted to achieve when I first remember seeing my very first cash stuffing video. It was Baddies and Budgets. And I watched one of her videos. And then I went back and binge watched all of her videos and was completely hooked and decided this is what I was going to do. This was right for me. And that's what I did. So that would be my first goal, was cash stuffing. I just wanted to start cash stuffing, and I actually didn't write that down as one of my goals. But that was my goal, just to start cash stuffing. Very quickly, once I started cash stuffing, I realized that it was something that I wanted to share, that it was something that I wanted to, I don't want to say be held accountable for, because it does kind of imply that, you know, without somebody watching, you're just going to be sneaking money out of the binder, that sort of thing. But the fact is, that's actually what it does. It's like, I know that if I go and just empty a binder or empty an envelope, then I do need to explain where that money has gone. I would never just take it and not explain why. However, it is my money, and if I need it for something, by all means, I'm going to use it. And that's what we've basically done throughout the year. And even though at the time it sort of felt like a failure by doing that, at the same time, if we didn't have that money available to us in these binders, we would have had to charge that money, or we would have, you know, I don't want to say had power cut off. We've never been that far behind on anything, but there would be repercussions when you owe money and you don't pay money and that sort of thing. So, you know, if we need milk, we're not going to go without milk. I'm going to take $5 out of the binder and I'm going to go get milk. Although with inflation, it's more like $8.50, but I digress. Anyway, my goals for 2023, as best as I could remember, were start a YouTube channel. I did, in fact, start a YouTube channel, as you know. Anyway, reach 1K subs and 4K viewing hours. Achieved. So I achieved this goal in October. I'm not sure if you guys can, well, if you can't, you could just use your fingers like this and it'll zoom in. So I achieved this one in October. I was fully monetized in October. However, it took me a long time to do the CRA aspect of it. And be able to receive my paycheck. So I did receive my first paycheck from YouTube. I didn't even know I had received it until it was basically spent. I was going over my money, and I just, because we were doing so much Christmas shopping and everything, I wasn't really paying a whole lot of attention to the ins and outs of my bank account. And then one day I checked and I was like, wait, why do I have so much money in my bank account? Like, I have way more than I should have. And so I started kind of scrolling back and then went, oh, I got paid from YouTube. I thought my first paycheck was going to be in January, but it turns out I got paid in December. Anyway, so that basically went on Christmas. It's basically where it went, and helped us with, you know, spending and stuff like that through the holidays. But from this point forward, going forward, I would explain to you later what's the plan is with my YouTube money. But first paycheck gone. Okay, gain control over my finances. That is definitely something that I feel like Tyson and I have both achieved. We led very separate lives when it came to our finances. He got paid, he paid his stuff. I got paid, I paid my stuff. And there was a lot of gray area in between and a lot of lack of communication between the two of us. It did cause a lot of arguments because I'm somebody who needs to know every little thing about every little thing. Otherwise, I stress and I get anxious and suffer very badly from anxiety over it. And he's somebody who is very chill and relaxed and, you know, it's okay. It's a problem for another day. I can't live like that. And we needed to find a happy medium where we could meet in the middle and sort it out. And we did. And because of that, we've come together and now we have a good financial plan. It's not going to get us there tomorrow. We're not going to be out of debt probably, I would say, for 3 or 4 years, maybe even longer. We could hunker down and be out of debt, I'm sure, in 2 years. But I don't want to live like that. Tyson certainly doesn't want to live like that. You know, I want to have a life while I'm young enough to have a life. So we will pay off debt. We will get there, but it's not a race. We get there when we get there. So my plan is like a 5-year goal. I would like to be out of debt in the next 5 years. So I'm not going to put too much pressure on myself, and I'm not going to put too much pressure on Tyson to get that done. As long as we're making our minimum payments and a little bit more every 2 weeks, I'm happy with that. And we've definitely achieved that and then some. For example, today we got paid. I paid an extra 100 on my debt. Tyson paid an extra, I think you said 140 on his debt. And that's just today. That doesn't include side hustle money that will come in and also go on debt. After everything comes out of our bill account, if there's anything left over, we will always apply that to debt. So we do always pay more on debt, and it is definitely something that's plays on both of our minds, but it's not the end of the world. As long as we make our minimum payment, I'm happy. Anyway, so we have definitely gained control over our finances, and we are definitely working more as a team. Say 5K for Disney. That is a big fat no. That never happened. I don't think that's going to happen. The reality is, if I want to get out of debt, we're not going to Disney. Not anytime soon. Literally, Tyson used the words, if I have to beg, borrow, and steal, I'm getting you to Disney during one of my meltdowns. And I just don't want to get there that way. I want to get there properly. I want to make sure that when we go there, that we're not racking up $10,000 or $15,000 in debt to get there. So I'm going to have some fun with some savings challenges. I'm going to tuck away a little bit of money, and whatever I have at the end of 2024, that's what I have for Disney. And then if we have to do it another year and then another year, so be it. That's what we'll do. We are going to get there, but we're not going to get there by going farther into debt. Pay off debt. That was a big fat no. We have paid off debt. I couldn't tell you exactly how much debt we've paid off, but we have paid off debt. More importantly, after my little anxiety thing that I had, where I basically withdrew all the binders and went through all of that on debt, there was repercussions from that. And then right after that, we ended up having to charge a whole bunch of stuff because we didn't have any money in the binders to cover anything. So we ended up having to charge it all, and it's just like a vicious cycle, right? So while we've made a lot of gains since October, everything prior to October is basically erased. So we have done well since October, but we had to get back on track. We had arrears that we had to pay for our, for different bills. One of them being our property tax bill, which is a massive bill, is $1,700. We had our tax bill, both mine and Tyson's, that had to be paid. They're both paid and taken care of now. Collectively, they were like $3,200. There was other things, a couple of small like bills, like a phone bill, things like that, like small bills, but things that we needed to get caught up, and we did. We've achieved that. It's done. We're not in arrears anywhere. All of our bills are paid to date and up to date, including our credit cards. Yeah, so anyway, so while we haven't paid off a whole lot of debt, we are still way better off now than we were 3 months ago, just 3 months. And now all of that money that we paid on arrears, we can now put towards debt, which is good. Fully funding my annual snowball. Now, I was on the road to succeed at this, but this is unfortunately what went when I had my complete meltdown. I emptied this binder completely. At that time, it was a little over $900, and I took it down and dropped it all on credit. So I did not, this was a big fat fail. oh, achievements, not gold. So these are things that I actually did this year because of budgeting, because of cash stuffing, because of you guys. Things that I've achieved this year that I had absolutely no clue was something I even wanted to do. Etsy. Opened my own Etsy shop. Absolutely love it. Started off doing digital. Then Tyson bought me a Cameo for my birthday. And with the Cameo, I was able to now branch out into making binders and making envelopes. And then more recently, we bought a printer. And so with the printer now, it's like the world is my oyster in the budgeting community. I can wake up in the morning and decide, oh, I feel like I'm going to have this or make this. And then I just make it. I just make one and that's it. I don't have to, you know, I mean, it's good to support the community. And I do, as you've seen in my 1 year of savings binder. I do purchase from other small businesses. However, you know, I have my own creative mind. I have things that I want to do that are personal to me. And so when I'm able to create a challenge for that, it's really cool to be able to wake up in the morning and think of something, and within a half an hour, it's in front of me physical and I've made it. So that was a big goal for me that I didn't even know I have. Created a plan. So we definitely have a plan. I've already touched on that. And I no longer feel like we're treading water. And I mentioned that in the very first video that I ever did, where, and that's what I said, was I just feel like we're working and working and working and working, and we're just getting absolutely nowhere. I don't feel like that anymore. I don't feel like we're getting anywhere tomorrow, but I do feel like we're getting there. I do feel like, we've come out of the bad side of everything, and now we can just kind of work toward the future, as in paying off debt and saving money. All right. Goals for 2024, because I'm already, oh my God, 18 minutes in. Good thing I cash stuff fast. Okay. Oh, look at, you peeked. Okay, so 2024 goals. All right. Fully fund my annual snowball. I am determined I'm going to achieve that this year. If I can achieve this, then that means that those big bills that come up, we don't have to worry about, because they'll all be taken care of. So I've got a good start to that. I've already got $280 in there, so I'm feeling pretty good about that one so far. Save $2,000 in my 100 envelope challenge. So the 100 envelope challenge is $5,250. I'm not going to put too much pressure on myself. This is a goal, not a must do. So I would like to achieve $2,000. Whether or not that's achievable, I'm not sure. I think I did the math, and I would need to put $36 per week into that binder, and I don't know if that's achievable. Certainly not going to happen today. So I'm hoping that with some of the savings challenges that I have, that will help, because I'm very rarely going to be able to put more than $20 in there. So I'm hoping when I save like 100 here and 100 there in savings challenges, that will help to fund the 100 envelope. Pay off $5,000 in debt. So that is definitely a goal I know we can achieve. The reason I know we can achieve that is because we've paid off that much in 3 months of arrears in property taxes, in our personal taxes. Well, most of my taxes were already paid. We had a little bit left to pay, but most of it was already paid. And Tysons taxes. And then our couple of bills that we were behind on. That's all done and all caught up, and it all totaled more than $5,000. So the fact that we were able to pay that in 3 months, I know that in a year we can pay off $5,000 in debt. I absolutely know that. It's just a matter of sticking to our guns and doing it. Achieve 2,500 YouTube subscribers. If you are watching this video and you are not subscribed, please subscribe to my channel. And hit that little bell button, and then it'll notify you every single time I put up a video. Like this week, I think this is, I don't even know now, 4th or 5th or 6th video this week. Now, normally I upload on Fridays and Tuesdays, but this week I've had some catching up to do. And this was actually going to be its own video and then do a budgeting video, but I thought I cannot put up 3 videos again in 3 days. I can't do it. So It's just going to be a long video. Maybe I'll timestamp. Probably should have said that at the beginning, that I'll timestamp where the cash stuffing starts. And then you don't have to watch all of this part if you're not interested in it. Anyway, achieve 2,500 YouTube subscribers. That's my goal. If you're not subscribed, subscribe. Hit the button. Right? And thumbs up too, because if you thumbs up, then it, you know, the algorithm picks it up and it goes in other people's feeds and all that fun stuff. Achieve 20 Patreon members. Now, Patreon was something that I never had any intention of doing. Tyson talked me into it, and I thought, well, what's it going to hurt? I can have a Patreon if people are never forced to, you know, do it. If they choose to, great. Thank you very much. But if you choose not to, that's fine too. Long as you're watching, that's supporting my channel. However, I very quickly, in a month and a half, got 10 patrons, like just like that, boom. And so now I'm getting, it's around $30 a month that I receive from Patreon. Absolutely love that. Now, well, I'll explain the rest later. But anyway, so I would like to, in 2024, get another 10 Patreon members and get me up to 20 Patreons. So for my Patreon channel, the only thing that I offer at this point in time is free exclusive savings challenges that are only available on my Patreon. So they are free for the month, like the current month. And then after that month, they go on sale on my Patreon. So if you're somebody who were to say sign up for my Patreon now, the savings challenges in the previous months are available on there, but they're available for sale. They're not free. And then everything from that point on, current and onward, would be free. Anyway, moving on. Okay, change all my Etsy ads. So currently most of my Etsy ads are digital product. I kind of veered away from the whole physical thing just because Etsy is just, their shipping is absolutely redonkulous. But anyway, what I've decided to do is, because I now have a business and a VAT number, I believe I get a discount, a significant discount on postage. So by doing that, once I sign up for that, I haven't actually done it yet, but once I sign up for that, I'll be able to get much cheaper postage on things through Etsy. So then I'm a little more inclined to deal with the physical aspect of things. And I am completely set up here now to make physical product, where I wasn't before. I didn't have a printer, so it was hard for me to sell things like savings challenges in physically on Etsy, where now I can. It's just to find the time. But things should start slowing down now, so I'll have more time. But anyway, so basically everything that I sell in digital product on my Etsy channel, I will very soon be putting up as well as digital. Sorry, physical. So you'll be able to order it physical as well as digital. That's what I meant to say. Okay, so currently I earn $40 per week approximately. It does go up, it does go down, but that's about the average of what I earn per week on Etsy. I would like to get that number up to $65. And I do believe that once I put it all physical product, not all physical, but half and half, physical and digital, I think that I'll easily achieve that. Next, for 2024, I would like to save $2,500 for Christmas. Now, I know for some people this is an absolutely ridiculous amount of money, and it is. It is crazy. However, we like our toys, me and Tyson. Well, he doesn't. He has no toys. He likes tools, but I like toys. I like Lego. I'm just kidding. Okay, we don't spend $2,500 on Lego. However, we do spend a lot of money on Christmas. I have 3 children. I have 3 grandchildren. And then myself and Tyson, and then our parents, and we go to a family meal at Tysons, at Tyson's families. And we do like a full gift exchange with everybody. That's not something I'm willing to stop doing. It's not something I'm going to ask them to change their tradition that they've had for 50 years. I'm not going to ask them to change that because April's on a budget. Hey, did you see how I did that? Did you see how I worked that in there? That was totally not planned. But anyway, yeah, it's something they've always done. It's something they're going to continue to do, and it's not something I'm willing to ask them to stop doing. So that is a huge chunk of our Christmas budget goes towards Tyson's family, but we also receive a lot from them as well. And then our kids. I mean, we spend a lot on Christmas on our kids and each other. So that is my goal, $2,500. We usually do it in under 2,000, but if I have 2,500, then I won't sweat. Next, save $2,000 toward Disney. Again, this isn't going to be I must do this. This is just a hope. It's a goal. If we get there, we get there. If I can achieve this, then that means I will get to Disney within the next 5 years. And I definitely want to get to Disney before Abby is over the age of 12. So that's a goal. Start a 1 month ahead. So I don't know if I'm even going to do a 1 month ahead. But we'll see. I'm not going to do an emergency fund. I've made it clear my position on that. I may do a 1 month ahead. I'm not sure. Currently, I have no ship fund. I'm fairly happy with that. And what I'm going to do with that and how big I'm going to let it grow, I couldn't say, at this point. But, yeah, I don't even know why I put that there. Am I? I don't know. We'll see. I have 12 months to decide. So anyway, that is my goals for 2024. I think that's it. Oh, I forgot the next thing. So I have not at any point in time discussed with you what I do with my social earnings, my social media earnings. So YouTube, currently it's looking like my YouTube will be, because for the past 2 months, it's been about, well, last month was my earnings was $60. This month, my earnings from YouTube were $70. Now, I'm not going to receive that. I'm going to receive 30% of that, or sorry, 70% of that. And I don't have my calculator, so I have no clue what that's going to be. Okay, so wait, quick math in my head. I believe that is going to be $49. Somewhere in the range of $49 is what I'm going to be receiving from that. So my plan for my YouTube money is sinking funds. So I'm going to, whatever my earnings are from YouTube, I will round down to the nearest 5, or actually nearest number divisible by 4. And then I'll split that up amongst my sinking funds weekly. So it's not going to seem like a whole lot of money because, oh, by the way, the reason I only get 70% is because they withhold 30% for taxes. That was my choice to do that. So let's say I get $48, right? 24, yeah. Then that means that I will be throwing an extra $12 per week into my sinking funds, just to help us out. Now, I know $12 doesn't seem like a lot of money, but for us, $12 is an envelope or 2 that are going to get stuff that would not have got stuff previously. And over time, I'm hoping with more subscribers and more views, this number will gradually go up, and that number going into my binders will also go up if I achieve my 2,500 sub goal this year. Hint, hint, for anybody who hasn't subscribed yet, press the button. Anyway, Patreon. So my Patreon, that is currently sitting at $30 a month. That all goes to debt. It has all gone to debt in the past, and it'll continue going to debt in the future. I don't use that money. As soon as I get it, I transfer it over onto my Visa, and that's that. So that is where that money is going. If I can increase my Patreon amount, then my debt amount, the amount that I put on debt over and above my minimum, will go up as well. Etsy. So Etsy, I don't know exactly what I make on Etsy because it literally fluctuates every single week. At first, I was not at first, but as soon as my Etsy shop kind of picked up some traction, I was making fairly regularly $40 every single week. And then I've kind of allowed my physical sales to drop off. I don't restock things that are on there in physical just because the shipping is just so hard for me to do. So I just don't restock. And so that then Etsy kind of dropped off a little bit, but still not that much. And then I still get enough sales. Now, when I say Etsy, this is Etsy plus all my sales outside of Etsy, because I do a lot of sales outside of Etsy as well. So this is Etsy and all my sales. So some months or weeks, like this week, I'm actually at $110 this week, but I will only take out $40. That's what I use. I use it for savings challenges and only savings challenges. This way it guarantees me that every single week I have money for savings challenges. And so the $500 that I was able to stuff at the end of this year, in my last video, that money came strictly from here. That's where it came from. That is all Etsy sale money, which is just absolutely incredible. Now, I keep it at $40 because I don't know if one week Etsy's going to completely drop off for some reason and I make $2. I need to know that I still have the $40 there. So currently the account that I have, my Etsy money goes into my TFSA account. It's currently sitting at $160 and change, like 160 something dollars. So I know that for the next 4 weeks after this week, I'm still good. I can take out $40, so I'm good. And as my Etsy pay comes in, I just transfer it over to my TFSA. And then it just kind of sits there. I know that's not the purpose of a TFSA, but it's kind of what works for me. At one point in time, I was just withdrawing the money out of my TFSA constantly. I was never leaving money in there. And so it was always at a zero balance anyway. So now it's actually not at a zero balance anymore. And, you know, if next week I make $46 in Etsy sales, well, then, you know, $6 stays in my TFSA. I only take out 40. So anyway, yeah, so currently Etsy is at $40 per week, and that's where my Etsy money goes. So in case anyone was wondering where my social media income earnings go to, that's where it goes to. So that is the breakdown. It does go into sinking funds, debt, and savings challenges. So, want cash stuff? Okay. So, do you see how that just appeared like magic? I love magic. Okay, so let's see. What do I have to cash stuff today? So, Tyson did give me money for cash stuffing. Some of it I kept for this week. Some of it I put into next week's envelope. So it's there. And now I can't remember how much I have here. So I'm just going to go ahead and count it. 20, 40, 60, 81, 20, 30, 5, 45, 55, 65, 75, 85, 95, $210. So that is what I have to cash stuff today. Let me grab my trusty Saffiano, my brand new Saffiano, so pretty. Okay, so I made new envelopes. I'll tell you in my savings challenge video a little story about this morning. I won't do it right now because I've already talked like your ears off. Sorry, you got a glare. So these are very similar to what I had already. I just made some with hole punches in it. Well, I already had them. I just added the rose gold stickers to them. I couldn't make vinyls today. I'll explain why in my next video. Okay, so as you can see, all of the envelopes are empty. Groceries, there is a tenner in there, but I put that in there today. It's from today's budget. I took it out of today's grocery money because I need to... Ooh, I just dropped it on my toe. Saffiano corners are very, very painful. I'm just saying. Oh my God, that hurt so bad. Oh man. Okay, anyway. Yeah, so currently they're all empty except for, I do have coin in here, but again, that's from going to the store today to get milk. So what is going in here? So Abby is getting her 5. And I have to do it this way this time because it's a Saffiano. Gas. What was I giving myself for gas? I've closed my binder and now or my booklet, and now I don't know where my cheat sheet is. Where is my cheat sheet? I think I was giving myself 40 this week. Oh no. There it is. Okay. Okay, so, oh, no, fuel. I was giving myself 20. So I do work 3 days this week, but I know Tyson often drives me to work. And then also, I still have well over half a tank of gas. So I'm good for at least one shift. And so I'm pretty sure 20 will do me just fine. Oh, and gas prices have come down significantly. Groceries I'm not putting in because I've already put in the 20 today. Spending. So I've given myself a little spending increase. So instead of getting $20, I'm giving myself $25. Not so much for spending, like to spend, but because I'm going to do a little savings challenge with this one. I'm going to do that now. So where is it? Is it in here? No. Oh no. Where did I put Life's Getting Dicey? Where did I put? Oh no. Oh, did I put it in here? Oh, I think I put it. You know what? I think I put it in here. I wasn't really sure what to do with them. So I have this thing called, this challenges thing, called, yes, I put it in here. The Wizard Kitty, Jesus, the Wizard Kitty. So it's made by Whimsy by Designs. And I didn't want to roll this year for my savings challenges, nor did I want to just, you know, mark off 2 or mark off 1. So what I decided to do was, Whimsy by Designs made these really cute little playing cards, with little kitty cats on them. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to pick a card for each one of these savings challenges. And whatever I pick, that's how much money I'm putting in. So Easy 50 gets $7. When Life Hands You Lemons, that gets $2. And Life's Getting Dicey gets $3. And just like that, I'm broke. So, no, I'm kidding. I talked too long now. Okay, so Easy 50 gets 7. So we'll go a 3 and a 4. When Life Hands You Lemons gets 2. So we'll take this one and this one. And Life's Getting Dicey is a 3. So I'm not going to worry about taking out the specific amount because they all go in the same envelope. And then let's say my Easy 50 is full. I'll know I can take $50 out of that envelope. Where these are all going, Easy 50. So this is going to go toward my 100 envelope. When Life Hands You Lemons, you know, I don't want to say because I don't completely remember because I'm feeling like I'm under time pressure. So I don't remember. But I did write it on the back of everything. So like in my binders. So I know which one is supposed to be going where. One of these 2 is definitely going into my old ship fund. And then the other one, I can't remember. But anyway, I'll sort it out. So what do I have to pay in total? $12. So that's what I need to pay into my Wizard Kitty. So this is what I'm going to do every single week when I get my money out of my personal money. That was $12, I said, right? And then, so I've given myself an extra 5, which I've been wanting to do for a while now anyway, because the problem is I've noticed that if I have all the money in here, I spend it. I just spend it way too fast. So I need to start giving myself less money to spend. That's just all that's to it. So I've just swapped out a 20 just to give myself change. So I'm going to put in a 10. And then I'm going to move my little leprechaun. Ooh, sorry, tearing apart the place. I need $5. 4, 5. Oh, what am I doing here? Okay, so I still have, oh my, oh, right, 10. So 10 and 15, no, 5 goes in there. And then 2 goes in the envelope. And 3 goes in my change purse. There, done. All right, so that's what I'm going to do from now on with my personal spends. Sorry, this is very unorganized. It's because I feel like I'm rushing because I talk too much. But that's okay. So I'm going to leave these in here because I don't want to mix them up with the ones that I've used. I don't want to use the same ones twice. So she makes this and it's supposed to have 15 cards. I printed up 2 complete sets. So now I have 30 cards. So it'll last for a little while, 10 weeks exactly. And that's that. So that is Wizard Kitty done. I wanted to do something at the beginning of my videos only because my cash stuffing videos, unlike this one, normally go very, very quickly, like too quickly. And I wanted to slow them down a little bit. So, okay, I've given myself everything I wanted in my wallet. Next is this binder. So I finally found my bills envelope. So it is getting, this is my annual snowball, and the first one is our subscriptions for the whole year. So it is getting $45. Oops. So it now has 100, 20, 40, 60, 80, 2, 20, 30, 40, 50, 3, 10, 25. So it now has $325. So it only needs $75 more to be fully funded. Very exciting. And then I'm also going to put $5 into Christmas. Yes, I'm going to start doing that right now. Next is, sorry, everything's all switched around now in my binders, so it's gonna take me a little bit, I think. Okay, self-care. So, birthday. That needs to change, first of all. I made this real quick yesterday, day before yesterday. So I told you I was going to make a birthday binder. This is not the binder that I wanted to do. It's not the one I'm keeping. It's just the one I have for now. So, my little leprechaun. So currently, I do have a birthday envelope. It is coming out. I'm thinking it's going to go into this binder, but not until I make vellum envelopes for this binder, which I could not do today, and I'll explain why in another video. But anyway, so the 10 we did have set aside there was for Abby's birthday, so it goes in here. And then for Abby's birthday this week, I'm actually going to put in a 20 and take that 10 back out. So she gets 10 today. So now she has $20. And what I've done is I've done all the birthdays chronologically, according to the date of their birthday for the year. This is all of my immediate family, kids, grandkids, and parents. So did that. All right, self-care. So self-care, oop, close your binder, April. It works better. Okay, so self-care is getting $20. Oh, I thought I cut that down, but I guess not. So I am getting 20. Fur babies are getting $5. So they only need 5 more to get food, but they still have over half their food left, so they're fine. Medical is not getting anything. I still have to take that other shopper's gift card down to find out what the balance is on it, because I have no idea. And but I do have 50 plus, I think there's 5 cash, 10 cash in here. So I do have $60 in medical, so that's good for now. Water is getting 10, which means it's now fully funded. So it now has 10, 20, and 30. It needs 25 to be fully funded. And we still have, I just put a water thing on today, and we still have 2 full jugs out there just because we've been away so much in the last week and a half, 2 weeks. So we're good for water for a while. Septic. So septic going forward is going to be getting $15. So I've decided that we're always a week or 2 short with septic, and then we have to take it from somewhere else. So I don't want to do that anymore. So we're going to start giving it $15 a week and see how that works. So septic currently has 20, 30, 40, 50, 65. So a little over halfway there. Eggs, I'm not going to put in here, but we are almost out. So we do need to call our egg man to get eggs. But I'm not going to put in there for now. Household is getting $10. So 5 and 10. So it currently has $20. So this, of course, is for just things we need around the house. Toilet paper, paper towel, that sort of thing. Oh, shit. So, oh, shit is getting nothing. So I'm not giving oh, shit anything after all I've said about having an oh, shit fund. It's just not this week. So 20, 40, 50, 60. It's currently sitting at $65. I would like to get this up around 100 and then I would be happy. But right now it's not going to happen today. So that is oh shit. And what do I have left here? 20 and okay. So one thing I did not write down was Tyson for his binder. He did give me money today for his car. Well, he didn't give it to me for his car. He just contributed today. So every time he contributes, I put $20 in his car. So he now has 50, 70, 90, 110, 130, 150, 170, 180, 195. Oh, I almost put that back. We do need to, I do need to throw in an extra 5 here at some point. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90. Ooh, he's $5 short of being able to mark off another one. Well, that's good though, because if you remember, he had to take this money out to fix our snowblower. And so he did that, and he's now just got it up to $5 more than it was before that happened. So that's good. Now, what did I just do? Because I need to undo something. I think I just put, oops, 20 in his binder, but I can't. I got to put 20, but in 5s, because somehow I ended up with 120 short. Like, I'm not short, but 5, 10, 15, 20. But he's getting it in 5s. It won't stay there for long. I'm always looking for 5s. But this one, I wanted an actual $20 bill. And I bet you know where I'm putting that. Okay. So in here, I'm going to go to the back. And I'm going to put $20 into my 100 envelope. Now, should I put it in this one or should I? It doesn't matter. I have 4 $20 ones I can put it in. I'll put the queen facing the front. Yeah, that's what I'll do. Oh, sorry, I'm off camera. Whoops. Oh, God, I hope all my cash stuffing was on camera. That would totally suck. Okay, so Miss Queen Elizabeth, you are going in a 20. There we go. All right. If I can do 20 a week, I will be very happy with that. And I kind of think between that, my Easy 50 and my monthly savings challenges, I think that I'll be able to achieve my 2,000 for this year. If not, oh well, if I get 1,000, it's 1,000 I didn't have in 2023. So good enough, right? Anyway, that is all. So that's all I have today. I've gone on enough. I've talked incessantly, so I'm not going to do that anymore. I'm going to leave. Bye, everybody. If you have not subscribed, please remember to subscribe. Give my videos a like, thumbs up, and what's the other thing? Oh, yeah. Hit the bell. Hit the bell button so you get notified. That's it. I will be uploading on Friday and Tuesday, as always, and have a great week, everybody. Have a great 2024 as well. Bye, everybody.